Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and while we're at it, happy holidays. And you know, Christmas is just one of my favorite times of the year. I've even got my Minecraft Yule log, and I'm in the holiday spirit. You know, it's like 2 days before Christmas. Hey guys, editing Jared here, and I know that the lighting quality in this video is really bad, but you know, I don't really care because I really don't want to refilm it. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. But I've been thinking, you know, about the Grinch.
Oh my gosh, we don't talk about the Grinch.
But I have some questions about the 2000 movie, The Grinch. And, you know, I have like one or two questions about the other adaptations, but it's a very confusing movie when you think about it. Like, do the Who's live in a snowflake? Or they're Jewish Who's? There are just so many questions. So, yeah, let's get right into that. So at the beginning of the film, The Grinch, or How the Grinch Stole Christmas, in 2000, the film starts. As the credits roll, we zoom into a snowflake as the narrator speaks. And so this brings me to my first question. Is Whoville in a snowflake? Because the narrator says it's in a snowflake, but even in the original book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, there is no mention of it being in a snowflake. But the connection I made there is, you know, in another very popular Dr. Seuss story, Horton Hears a Who, there is a place called Whoville. And this Whoville is on a speck of dust that is on a flower. And, you know, Horton's an elephant, so because of his ginormous ears, he can hear all the little people on the speck of dust. But, you know, all Horton's compadres think he's crazy. They're like, burn him at the stake, burn the flower, burn the speck of dust.
This guy's crazy. Let's kill him. Let's kill the speck of dust.
But then all the Who's down in Whoville have to make a ton of noise, so all the people don't, you know, commit mass genocide against the whole Who race. So in this film, the Grinch complains that the Who's make so much noise. And they're always singing these Christmas songs. He even turns on his giant monkey to try to, you know, bust his eardrums or something. I don't know. He's very sadistic. So that leads me to believe that the Who's make so much noise down in Whoville because they know that if they don't, someone will try to commit genocide against them. And, you know, maybe the Grinch knows this and thinks that if he steals Christmas, all the noise in Whoville will stop and everyone will die. Even him, but you know, that's the price you have to pay sometimes if you hate Christmas that much. Then we know that the Grinch in the 2000 film wasn't supposed to end up in Whoville. Like they, when his old biddies are telling the story, how they adopted the Grinch, they talk about how, you know, baby Who's float down from the sky and they're all Poomercellas. And I'm so sorry about that. That was a terrible impression. And then you see there's one baby headed right for the old lady's door, and the Grinch's thing just comes and knocks him out of the way, and he like does a little evil laugh. The other baby cries, and he falls down on the front porch of these two old ladies. So obviously the Grinch was supposed to go to somewhere else, right? But where was he supposed to go exactly? Well, we see in this scene, I brightened the image up and circled some other little places on the outskirts of gigantic Whoville. Could these be like other towns, other villages? Or are they just like, you know, gated communities in Whoville where all the rich, snobby Who's live? I don't know. But could one of them be like a Whatville, where they don't celebrate Christmas or anything? Could one of them be like a Jewville, where all the Jewish Who's celebrate like Hanukkah and they make a big deal about Hanukkah just like all the Who's do about Christmas? I don't know. I just think that there's more to this world than just Whoville. I think there are other like villages, like maybe there's a I don't know, one that likes Halloween or something. I don't know, Halloween Town. Maybe that's part of this universe. I don't know. But I just know that the Grinch was supposed to go somewhere different. Whether it be Whoville or Jewville or Halloween Town, I know he wasn't supposed to go to Whoville. But also in this scene, when he lands on the front porch, well, he doesn't even land on the front porch. He gets caught in a tree, and, you know, it's all sad and stuff. But these old ladies, they're having like a rockin' Christmas party. You know, they're jamming out, and they don't even notice the baby that's in their tree. But I noticed in this scene, when I looked up the official soundtrack for the movie, they're listening to a song by Smash Mouth. You know Smash Mouth, you know. And it's called, it's like, if I'm gonna do wrong, I gotta do it right. I know that's not what it sounds like, but those are the lyrics, and I don't know the name of the song, so I just thought I would give you an example. And so that brings me to my next question. Is there a Who version of Smash Mouth? Like, is it like our Smash Mouth, but with Who's? That's my question. Or do they just have access to all our music that we have here in Humanville? That may just be a stupid observation for me to make, but I do think that it is a valid question. Like, is there a Who Smash Mouth? Or is it just normal Smash Mouth? They just somehow get their music on some Who music streaming platform. I don't know. Oh, and another question. So if Whoville does take place on a snowflake, right? If it does take place on a snowflake, does Santa, like, shrink down to go into the snowflake to deliver presents? Or do they, like, have their own microscopic version of Santa that, like, just goes to snowflakes? Like, I don't get that. That just doesn't make any sense. Nothing about this movie makes sense. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but it doesn't make any sense. My next, this isn't really a theory. This is just kind of an overall question. So when the Grinch leaves the holiday jubilation after, burning it to the ground and wrecking everything and telling, Whoville to pucker up and kiss it, they say that the clock in Whoville, it says 4 hours till Christmas. So that's when the Grinch goes back to his lair, and he has this master plan to, go steal Christmas. So you're telling me that in 4 hours, this man builds a sleigh, makes his suit, tests the sleigh, and he even ties a reindeer antler to his dog's head in under 4 hours? That just doesn't make any sense. Is he some kind of superhuman? He's superhuman? No, I just think that's a very reasonable question to ask. How does he do that in under 4 hours? I mean, it looks like it took a lot of time in that montage in the movie. And I found this other theory online that everyone seems to think that everyone in Whoville is like a cannibal because they eat this thing on the holidays called Who hash, and they eat like the rare Who roast beast. But like, I don't like that theory. Like, I mean, I guess it would be weird if us as humans ate something called human hash or a rare human roast beast, but I don't think that makes them cannibals. I mean, the roast beast has like 6 legs or something, so it can't be Who, right? Right! That may be all of the theories I have for the original. Not the original. That may be all the theories I have for the 2000 Grinch movie. But I've got one just from the new one, the new Grinch movie from 2018 that I hate.
I hate that movie
so much. It's just not as good as the 2000 one. But this theory is pretty valid, and it makes me think. So, there are a bunch of carolers in one scene that are following the Grinch around, and they're singing God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. So that leads me to the question, is there like a Jesus in this universe? Or a Whosus, like a Who Jesus? Because they sing the lyrics just like we would sing them. They're like, da-da-da-da, Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day. And I was like, Christ? They're Who's. So is there like a Who Jesus? A Whosus, if you will, that they celebrate his birth on Christmas, every year in Whoville? I don't know. There's just so many questions about this that I can't really, make sense of. I mean, maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Maybe it's just a classic children's story turned classic cult comedy. It's not even a cult comedy. I think it made a lot of money when it came out. Like, I think it was very successful in 2000. I don't know. I just... maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but is there a Who Smash Mouth? Is there a Who Jesus? Does Santa shrink down to go into snowflakes? Are the Who's cannibals? Is this connected to Horton Hears a Who? So many questions. I know this video is probably going to come out like a little shorter, or maybe not. Maybe it's a little longer. I don't know. But that's all the theories I've got today. I just wanted to put out a Christmas video before the holiday season was over. And I wanted to talk about one of my favorite holiday movies. So, yeah. And by the way, I've got a new holiday single. It's been out on Spotify for a couple days now. It's on Apple Music. It's my first ever single that I've put out anywhere. It's a cover. And it's also up here on my YouTube channel, as well as another channel where I am a topic. I'm a topic now. That's crazy. I'm moving up in the world. But yeah, just go give it a watch, give it a listen on Spotify, Apple Music. Give it a download on iTunes or like anywhere else where you get your music from. I'm sure it's there. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.